Welcome back, everybody. The marquee match is coming up 2:45 Eastern. Inter and Milan going head-to-head for the della Madonnina. We've got a couple of our favourite people pitchside as well. Mike Grella's there, Clint Dempsey's there. All the coverage will begin at 2 o'clock Eastern. This is such a huge game, though, isn't it, boys? For a number of reasons. Obviously, Inter are the favourites. We know that the season that Milan are having. Does this game, Matteo, define Fonseca's future?
Seems like it will.
Are you okay?
Which is, I was thinking about this, right? Because to me, it's insanity that a match against Inter, the team that dominated Serie last season, would tell you the future of a manager like Fonseca, who's also, just like De Rossi, been there for a little over a month.
Not just this game, though.
No,
it's
but
everything.
I know it's every game, but to say that almost like this is the deadline, it's like, right, okay, we got to show something against Inter. Milan have lost now how many times in a row against Inter?
6.
6 times. With
14 goals
Pioli.
conceded, 2 scored.
Exactly. So, yes, I get that this could be a jolt for the team, but if you want to get rid of the guy, just get rid of him. And don't lie to us that it's about this Inter game, because Milan's not expected to beat Inter. Inter is a much better side with consistency, with the same manager, the same identity. Inter are going to be big-time favorites. So to say that we need to get a result here from a Milan perspective,
yeah, but
or else you don't keep
That's actually
job.
smart, though.
Milan
That's actually smart.
Because
number one, it's not the club. It's not the club coming out to say that.
The players looking at him saying he's not going to be our manager
We just gave the stats. They lost the last 6 derbies. Why would you bring in a new coach and then make this be his first game? If they have a decision, they have a decision already, no matter what happens,
so
unless something crazy comes.
You don't think this match is going to define it? You think the decision's already been made?
I think that they have the guy in the background who's ready to take over this
Tony
team.
as a player. Tony, if you hear that your manager is on the hot seat and his job is on the line based on your result, surely the players are looking around saying, you know, this guy, he's not going to be here much longer. Like, there has to be a little bit of that,
but surely they want to fight on their own terms.
Yeah, I think you want to fight in a derby match, right? There's no doubt about that. But I just don't know. I'm with you on this. I don't know how you judge Fonseca on this. You've just had an entire preseason to build whatever style of play, whatever principles of play you want. We've seen it over the last couple of weeks. It hasn't been good. Throwing guys forward, defensive transition's been a complete mess. The goals they've given up have been a complete disaster. And then whatever, we were talking off air, right? You said to me something well, he has a chance to change something today. So whatever tactical change you make in, where did they play Tuesday, right? Between Tuesday and now, you think it works against Inter, one of the best teams in Europe, and that's where I just think that his fate has been set, whatever it is right now. You either like the guy as a manager and believe in him, or you don't like the guy as a manager and you think you made the wrong choice.
Tony, what if they win 2-0 today?
There's the dilemma for Milan right now, because it is the derby match.
You're not firing him after winning 2-0 against Inter?
Right.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
But there's conflicting reports. Some reports said no matter what happens, he's fired. Some say that if he wins,
there's no
they
way
can
you
keep
can fire
him.
Fonseca if he beats Inter 2-0.
Exactly.
There's just absolutely no way. It would be even crazier than the De Rossi situation at Rome.
It would just delay the process of firing him.
My thing is, for Milan fans, it's such a bad situation. The season started in a very poor fashion, and they've gotten embarrassed in this derby. Last year, April 22nd, Inter won the Scudetto in the Derby della Madonnina. 100 years of history in this derby, never happened before. They need some sort of reaction. Forget about the coach, forget about whatever you want, the previous games. The players need to give a response. They need to have substance in them. They've been so naive in the way that they've played Inter. If you watch those games, conceding the same goals every single time. They try to press Inter, they try to go for it. Inter are clever at the way that they break forward. And defensively, they're a disaster.
Marco Moncada, Furlani, and Ibrahimovic, who, what's exactly his role? He's the cheerleader of the club?
He's an advisor.
He says he's the boss.
They've been a failure this summer to give away 2 things. You give away Pierre Kalulu, who looks like the best signing for Juventus, by the way, and then you sign Emerson Royal, who Spurs fans were saying, thank you, Lord, thank you for taking him off our hands. No one could believe they spent money on Emerson Royal. He looks like the worst player on the entire team right now when he plays. And you gave away Pierre Kalulu, who's playing 2 different positions for Juventus very well. And then the manager. You get rid of Stefano Pioli, who won the Scudetto, took the team to Champions League semi-final, finished comfortably in Champions League last season. Okay, I get it was time for fresh air. But Fonseca, no one wanted that either.
On the other side of that, in the transfer window, we did at the other end of that spectrum sit here and say, okay, well, they kept Leao, they kept Theo Hernandez, they've replaced Giroud with Morata. So even though, yes, those departures have played a factor, we did look at Milan's transfer window and think, not bad. Am I right?
Well, I think we had a disagreement on our desk. Grella, I know he really liked their Mercato, and I thought they did a great job in those aspects, but it was just defensively. They conceded way too many goals the season before to only bring in one defender, and the big glaring one was the right back situation with Calabria. Today he's injured and Emerson Royal plays, but I kept saying they get caught out in the same way every single time.